Shout out to the family. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful day. Lovely day. Lovely year. Lovely life. Everybody after watching this channel, after having this platform, is going to be so beautiful. Yo, shouts out to the family, yeah? Thank you to the universe for providing us with this excellent quality video. These quality videos. If you've been supporting me from day one, when I first started my channel, wow, you've seen how I first started off my videos. Yes, poor quality, but I wouldn't say they're poor quality because any sort of information is better than nothing. So even though they were poor quality, they were still, I wouldn't say poor quality, they were good quality. It's better than nothing. Jeez. I was born in 1983, but I mean, I have no quality. So anyway, so yeah. And now we've risen to this family, yeah. And this is all down to you and the universe. Shouts out to everyone that supported me. And you know what? To my family that's been supporting me, all my followers, um, what I'm going to do for you, when I get to my first 100 subscribers, I'm going to send out a special gift, yeah, which is, I'll tell you what it is. It's going to be a crystal. I'm going to get to know a bit about you so I can know which crystal you prefer. I'm going to send you out all a free crystal. That's to all my first 100 subscribers. Um, and family, yeah, you deserve it, man, because my channel's been, I think I started my channel about 2 years ago. I haven't shared it to I've shared it to a few friends and a few family, but not, I do music, so I don't, you know what I mean? Like, some people ain't ready for this information. So, you know what I mean? I didn't want them to tarnish me with the wrong type of brush. You know what I mean? So, some people just ain't at the level. You know what I mean? We're at a level, in it. So, it was about learning to understand that not everybody is at the same level as you are in understanding and the reason why you're at your level. And obviously, being in the armed forces for 8 years is why I'm at a certain level. But most people, I've obviously seen a lot more than most people get to see in their lifetime, because I was actually in the Navy, where I was able to sail the seas. I was able to travel the world, the seas, and I got to see. You know what I mean? And honestly, like, until you experience something, you don't actually know something. And that's what saved me. Like, my experiences that I experienced, I joined the armed forces when I was 17 and a half, has made me realize, like, but even the fact that we was able to read flashing light from such very distances, um, obviously it didn't make no sense. You know, what's there, it just didn't make no sense. But at the time, I weren't really paying attention to that. It's only when I discovered the true shape of our universe and our plane, that's when I realized, wow. You know what I mean? Honestly, it didn't take me long. You know what I mean? Actually, probably an hour, 2 hours. Seriously, honestly, because that was my job. Like, I was trained to navigate the waters. I was trained to navigate the maps. I was trained, like, so, like, it didn't take me long at all. It's just, as soon as I came across it, at first I was thinking, are you taking the mic? You know, no one's there, but are you taking the mic? Not only is the Twin Towers a fake, not only is what else? But there's so much I can't ever go. Well, not, but listen, I don't even want to go and break people's hearts right now. You know what's there? Go do the search. Let me tell you, just go do the search. Cause like now, right, brother, yo, listen, I've been to war, man, and yo, people, I'm able to take my emotions out of situations, but people are not able to take their emotions out of situations. So when I'm having a conversation, simple conversation or discussion on certain topics, people tend to go, whew, listen, they take it to where, yo, if I take it there, but like, you don't want me to go there. You know, no one's there. Yo, honestly, and obviously, being in this scenario, I don't like to separate myself from large crowds. I love being amongst a lot, especially when I'm on the mic. Yeah, I love being it. But you know what it is, like, it's not about violence. Like, until you've seen violence, real violence, I'm not about pop, 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 shoot another human. I'm on about Yo, like you don't even get to shoot, bro. Ha! Boy, listen, family, it's not even a joke. It's not a joke. It's really not a joke. Shouts out to everyone that supported me from the start. Like I said, you'll be getting a crystal. I'm gonna contact you. Somehow I'll ask you for your email address. Somehow I'll be able to contact you anyway. But yeah, to the first 100 subscribers. Oh, wow, wow. Now look at that. Now what you're gonna see that you're gonna see how quick the numbers rise. But you, how much have I think I'm on 58 or something like that right now. Yeah, you lot are the platform, the foundation. You lot are what helped me grow. So I'll never forget you. So I'll have free gifts for you all the time though. You know the ones there, because through this platform, through you believing and knowing about me, and you know what I mean. Even when I put on the most, you know. Listen, I'm telling you, the only reason why I know what I know is obviously 8 years in the armed forces. I've been to Japan, I've been to Hong Kong, I've been to China. Some of the stuff I was seeing, I was like, what? What is that? When I'm seeing robots doing backflips, front flip, walking upstairs, bringing cup of teas, you know the ones there when I'm about 20, 18, 19, them ages there. You know the ones there. So the stuff I'm showing you now, like, oh, listen, we know I deal with top secret information. You know the ones there, like, I know. You know the ones there. So like, I don't expect you like to know. You know the ones there, and maybe I have to be a bit timid with the info. Not timid, but I have to be break it down a bit slower for the people that don't know. But honestly, we don't want no more of our children um, having to be affected by their spiritual mind and the spirit. Everybody's got a soul and a spirit, so you have to understand, like, this war thing is not just, oh yeah, no, let's not just go to war because we can. No, listen, you're literally killing the spirit of somebody. Because if you know about the law of attraction or the secret or thoughts become who you are or I am or I'm, like, the most powerful vibration is the fact that, yo, whatever you surround your environment around, whatever you drill into your thoughts or create, if you drill hate, negativeness, killing, you don't mind playing killing, like paintball and all that, that's good. I don't mind that. You're not gonna kill nobody. You know, the ones that just turn a bit of color, red, blue, pink, yellow, rainbow, you know. But we don't mind that. But yeah, family, we don't want the killing of another child. Another listen, but listen, let me tell you something, please. Listen. Because these videos, like, I know you take it like it's no video, you know, seriously. When me gone, and then you go appreciate it. Yeah. And then you go appreciate it. But watch it now. Listen, this is a spirit. Yeah. You are a spirit, but your spirit is controlled by the one spirit. We're all connected to the one spirit. So when you're taking out that what you think is one spirit, you're actually taking out a part of yourself. Yeah. Let me tell you that. You're taking out a part of yourself. You know, the ones then you're not even taking you out. You're just killing the physical body because all you're doing is sending the spirit back to the spirit, but in a negative. You know, the ones there. But you're going to be negative. It depends on how they died. If they died protecting their land because you know what I mean, you're coming over to bomb their land. You know, the ones that died good. Them died well. Them gone. One of them are run suicide. No, start them. I bomb up them. Yo, you're protecting your family, but that's the best way to go. Yeah. So don't get twisted. Yeah. And when you're going to invade another country over false pretenses and then you find out it's fake, the whole of it is fake, you could understand, but it's like, yo, it was real. Yeah, it's if it was real. You know, no one's there. But listen, watch the documentaries, watch the World War One, two, three films, man. I tell you, man, that everybody knew, like, where the enemies were before they sent the troops in, why they sent us in. So when they're killing us all off, but it's because it was set up like that. They love this negativeness. They love, like, hate. What does hate breed? More hate. What does negative breed? More negativeness. Yeah. So family, I'm not going to really speak about the boxing right now because, as I said, my brethren is about to just run his gym, but he's a sick footballer as well. But he's decided to do a gym. But honestly, I don't mind that. But I don't want him to use that gym, them children, to do harm to another child. I'd prefer him going to football. The geezer's sick at football. Yeah, I'm going to send him this video. He might watch it, he might not. You know, the ones they're famous now, you know. Ha! You don't understand. You know, man, you know, we rerun things. But anyway, family, serious things. Again, I have to say thank you. You know, it's about people united, or like when I mean people, humans united. I mean spirits united, souls united. Just we're here to make lovers in, have fun, music, dance, and make love too. You know, the ones there. But listen, don't let them hold you back no more. Like honestly, don't let them hold you back. I honestly, I'm free from desires now. My thing is the youth, the future. I have no future unless I get these children right. You know what I mean? I was in the studio yesterday with the children, trying to show them a different way, but they're looking at me like you know, the ones there like, yo, listen, it's not gonna be easy for them. But it is, because like right now, once I show them the beat, putting the beat together, everything's coming in neat. Once I show them, they already love what I do. You know, the ones that they love, you know, they love. But the information is so powerful. It's hard for them to penetrate. Adults, they get it straight away. That's what I've noticed about working with these youths. It's gonna, you know what I mean? It's gonna take time because they've been so programmed and deprogrammed, especially with these computers. If he's born in the 1980s, we had the analog and then digital, but these youths now, they're just born with AI digital. They've completely focused into the TV screen, the black screen, the negativeness. So when I'm um, talking about all these politicians. What did I say? But I can't even remember the bar. But I got something about all these politicians. You know, all they call these divisions. You know, what I mean, something like that. Something red, blue, green. Made that decision. It was mad thing. Anyway, it's gonna go mad. Anyway, like yeah, it's mad. You'll get it soon anyway. So like yeah, I'm trying to teach these youths like guide these youths, and it's not easy. Yeah, but you know what it is. I feel blessed. This is my desires coming. This is this is what I've always wanted to do. You know what I mean? I put my desires aside. Like if you checked out my other previous video, I could have gone to work and made a nice decent amount of money in a short space of time. But I said, you know what? No, no, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about the love. It's about the passion. And I went to the studio. Honestly, I haven't vocalized a beat for a while. Like I can't even. I'm sure it's a couple years. You listen, I can't remember. You know the ones there. You know, yeah, I'm good to. I've been performing on stage. Yeah, doing my thing. I'm good at that. Got that box stuff. Clever. Yeah, I've been doing my radio every Monday, it used to be every Monday, but now we do it every other week. So Monday night shows. Catch us. You'll catch us. You'll catch us. Don't worry. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. But yeah. But then now studio, totally different thing, bro. Yeah. So not only is performing different, not only is being on the radio different, but being in the studio actually putting the beat together and I don't want to use too much auto tune. I'm not gonna lie, but I might have to use a couple of times. You know, no one's there. I'm not gonna lie, but but I got my performing thing anyway. I don't need no auto tune when it comes to performing. But when it comes to the studio stuff, but you see these youths, bro, all they're doing is auto tuning this thing. But I'm like, bro, listen. And all I got, you know what I mean? All I got to get. I'm only been working with them for, so it's gonna take a while, but not a while, say 3 weeks, 3 months. But anyway, yeah. So I'm trying to get to these youths. So you see, like, yeah, fair enough, auto tune, whatever. But what happens when you perform live? You ain't got no auto tune there unless you're gonna play the tune in the background and just mime over it, which what most artists do. Listen. Yeah, I don't think there's any real artists in the game right now, apart from probably one and two. You know, them ones there. But most of them are playing auto tune to auto tune to auto tune. You know, no one's there, family. Like, so I'm not gonna say there's nothing wrong with auto tune, but just know that ain't you in it. Just know that that ain't your full you. Get to know the full you first. Appreciate you first. I prefer me live than when I auto tune. But on the studio, I don't even. You know what I mean? I ain't got I ain't got my friends. I ain't got the environment. You know what I mean? You probably need a little tuning. You know, you know what's there. But yeah, you're just in a box sweating, hot like roast chicken. You know, the ones there start like just roasting away, but auto tune away. But make sure you know how to play. Yeah, make sure you know how to mash up dance. Anyway, going off the subject. Gone off the subject, family. But you know what? We don't watch TV. You know, the ones there. This isn't my TV, your TV. You know, the ones there. I support beer channels, Old Type Brother Sanchez, Old Type Magbam, Old Type one the next one, Old Type B Desire, Old Type, but Old Type all the channels right now. And I'm gonna say I don't listen, I watch all of them, but I don't watch all of them. You hear what I said? I watch all of them, but I don't watch all of them. Because They all can be used for positive and negative. If you watch too much of somebody, that means your energy is basically all about them. You penetrate, you know what I mean? Like, now there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to, it's not even about me, but it's like, what are you going to do to help the future? Because he's doing what he's doing. He's getting his information out there. I tune into Brother Sanchez every now and then. I'm not going to lie, so we tuned into him religiously before. But, you know what I mean? Honestly, like, I'm tired of debating. I'm tired of discussing. I'm putting foots in boots and boots on foots, and then we're going out there, social media in it, and we're just putting it. But music, but listen, let me tell you this, family. This is why this is very important. See, music, yeah, sound was the very first vibrational frequency, but there's nothing without sound. Do you know that? Silence without sound, family. So when you go that is a sound, that is music, that is a vibration. Like, that is the most beautifulest creation in the world. Now that can be either used to be at A minus or at A plus. You know, once there, it's simple as that. So, like, how are you going to use the music? It don't matter about the beat. It's what you say on the beat. Yeah. So this is like, I know people say, oh yeah, the beat, the beat depends on the beat, can cause this and that. And no, it's what you say on the beat. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, opera puts you in a nice, decent mood and whatever. Um, all types of music, jazz, nice, decent mood. Yeah. So my bass and drum and bass, my rashment, my bashment, my reggae, but all put me in different types of mood. But trust me, at the end of the night, make sure you have a drum and be a C, D, ha, whoa, bashment too. Put a little grime and little thing on it, but just make sure you have the drum and bass at the end of the night, you know, and the beginning too. No, it's just at the end of the night, you know, when everybody start get drunk up. That's when we come on, and we just vibes up the place. Anyway, so family, yeah, anything in life can be used for good or bad. So that's all the channels. Yeah, my channel too. You know what I mean? Like, don't get too absorbed into my channel unless you know you run your path. And the path is to help the children. So my path is, well, everybody's path is what you're going to do to provide for your future, the children's future. Children are the future. I did try and upload a video before about children are the future, but we had a little problem before. We're not going to get these problems now. So before I start off this video, let me just point out this man here with his hands. Doing a pyramid. And this is a so-called ex-veteran. So that's, I'm just pointing out, he's not allowed to say exactly what he really wants to say. He has to keep it into context. You know the ones there? But make sure you take the sense out of the nonsense and the truth out of his knowledge. Don't believe his hearsay. Okay.
Giving this guy a T-shirt and an outing to Dodger Stadium is not going to help in any way with his PTS. You're going to distract from the distraction, but if we really want to be serious, it's going to take a community resiliency model that has the history of other community resiliency models that have shown.
Oh, sorry, this is part 2, by the way. If you haven't seen part 1, type in part 1 of this video. But yeah, this is part 2. So this is why it's just jumped into the fact that you're giving us a free T-shirt and you know what I mean, a little prayer ain't gonna help us in this scenario. It needs to be a community thing. We need to go out as a community. We need to share this video to our community. Don't, you know what I mean, literally get someone, sit next to them and sit down and watch this video together and share your opinions. Comment below on your opinions, you know what I mean, because like, this is serious, you know what I mean, and I'm speaking from personal experience, and I know anybody, law of attraction, the secret tells you, anybody that teach you negativeness, they don't teach you nothing. There's nothing positive. Nothing positive can come out of war. Facts. So we get to go to churches, we're going to the schools, parents evenings, whatever. You know what I mean? When you're sitting down to do your what you call it, what do you call it? The girl them when you meet up and you show what kind of, you know, no one's there. What's that thing called, man? There's something, you know what I'm on about women. You know, I mean, you buy different clothes and that. You know, the different vibes and that. You know, laundry and all them things that, yeah, man. That and summers. Summertime now. Yeah, that one there, family. When you sit down about and someone, don't forget this. If you love your children, so you say you do. Now listen, mothers especially, because you know the ones that we came from you, you know the ones that were part of you. 60%, 14 of them was there. That's just the spark. We already formed inside the egg, so we formed out with your lungs, your skin, your brain, your genes. You know the ones there. That gives some too, but you know the ones that you're the most. Don't let them lie to us. You know the ones there. So family, mothers, we're all Mother Nature. Yeah, X before Y, X becomes Y. You know the ones there. So yeah, let's get into this, man. This is powerful, family. And like I said before, I'm speaking from experience. So you've got his experiences, my experience has many more. Like why you should not, but they're not saying you should not. They're saying you can get help. There ain't no help. There ain't no help. Just don't do it. I'm telling you now. There's no help. The only help is after. Yeah, and then like you know what I mean. I'm telling you now. Once you've seen this video, no one should be even thinking about it. I've got youths that I love talking about it after I told them don't do it. You know them ones there, but they haven't seen this video, the spiritual side to it. You know what I mean, and how it affects them after, and no one's going to beat it because you ain't going to beat the spiritual. It's 90%. So especially mothers and fathers, stop. If you love your children, this is it.
That they work, and we're very excited at this point. You know, we've never lost a warrior to suicide, and most guys coming to me are prior attempts. Wow. They've tried to take their own lives. They've tried to hang themselves. They've been up on the.
Now it's talking about the fact that now they've been through his program, whichever program it is, they've never lost anybody to suicide. So that's why he's trying to get people to come over to his program. But obviously we run our own program where, you know what I mean, like, so, but it's all good. It's about love and sharing. But I don't like the way he's throwing them signs. But anyway, carry on.
They've swallowed the pills. I've had a guy fire a gun off next to his head. I've had warriors sitting in parks in Cincinnati with 45 pistols pressed to their forehead, moments away from pulling the trigger. 3 days later, in a 60-foot round pen with a wild Mustang, getting back down in their bodies, getting back down in reality. And to the outside people, they can be thinking, it can't be that simple. It actually is that simple. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't take 5.5 days. It takes that moment in time to create that breakthrough for that warrior. And I think the film shows that very nicely.
So where will the documentary you're referring to, the film, where will that be seen or
screened? That will be seen on August 12th on CNN at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Pacific Time as well. And then it airs again on the 17th of August on CNN.
Awesome.
I have watched this documentary. It's a very powerful documentary. I've actually tried to find it on the platform, but I can't seem to find it. But I will find it. Never give up. But it's a very powerful documentary. It goes in people. Yeah, it goes in. This is what even I watched this documentary, and I think it was Channel 5, and I was like, wow. You know why I'm saying wow? Because obviously, like, wow means I was there, and sorry. So I was like, wow. Anyway, so let me say sorry for. Go on.
And that's going to show more of the techniques. But tell us a little bit about like what were the basic techniques you were trying to implement. Let's say like how you got to what is the core philosophy or essence?
You know, a lot of experiential therapy and psychoeducation in a way to express to the warrior what's really going on with them physiologically. So we express to them, explain to them in very minute detail what's happening physiologically inside their brain, and so that they understand, you know, what's going on upstairs. But we go in through their heart. We really try to move.
That's the part. The heart is the part where we need to go into this spiritualness, this whole. Listen, this is what I told you. I told you this, family. Because this is what we're messing around with, that 90%, the heart, the spiritualness, the soul, the thing that binds us together, that makes us tick, that makes us think, that makes us heartbeat, that makes us grow, that makes us, you know what I mean, nourish us, feeds us, that spiritualness. Where do we get the energy from? The spirit, the universe. So family, this is what they have to go back into. Go on, talkie.
About 12 inches south, and really try to touch them in an emotional, moving way, and it seems to take care of what's going on upstairs. Now, meditation is a time-tested skill.
Whoa. Did you hear that one, family? See, meditation, yeah. Let me tell you something about meditation, family. And this is powerful. I've said this a few times to a few people. I don't know if I've said it on one of my videos yet. So thanks for tuning in for so long. I can't really see why you tune out unless you're really that selfish, because this is about the children. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about our future, your children, and the rest of the future, and your future. Because if you do believe in reincarnation and you do come back to this planet, you want to make sure you've left, you know what I mean, the best future for yourself. So what I have learned through meditation, I will do a video on this, is the fact that but not only does it help with everything, honestly, it helps with everything. If you want to become a singer, it helps you with your breathing. If you want to become an MC, it helps you with your breathing, your vocaling. You know what I mean? If you want to become a writer, it helps you with your focusing. If you want to become a dancer, anything, it helps you because you're able to focus more. You're able to, but you know what it is? Everything's energy, breath. So the more energy and oxygen you can withhold in your body, and keep it at a general pace, lovely pace. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. That sort of pace there. As long as the longer you can maintain that, but the better your life will be. And it's absolutely magical because honestly, you let the spirit do the universe is just a gigantic spirit or energy ball. That means the universe, the air, the trees, everything outside of your body is just a giant energy ball. So depending on how you think or what sort of feeling or emotion you put towards anything with outside of your body, starting from within, you know the ones there. So you have to love yourself from within, then out. But you can also love yourself in and not love the out, and then that still have a negative effect on you. So you have to love yourself within, love yourself out, and that's why meditation helps because you're able to go within yourself, quiet your mind, and just listen to the sounds of the traffic, the birds, the trees, the wind, anything. You know what I mean? And then like you have no concept of what that car's going, where that car's going, what is you can know if it's a crash though. Still, whenever I hear a crash in meditation yet though, but yeah, even the birds chirping, it's automatically you just think, beautiful, because you can hear a sound, then it's beautiful. Car whizzing by. Don't think nothing negative to it. Bird chirping. Beautiful. Wind gushing. Beautiful. Oh, it's a bit chilly. Oh, beautiful. You know what's there? So like you have no concept of really positive or negative. To be honest, it's just one. You're just one with the sound. You have no body. You know what's there? You just fought. So like, and honestly, it helps you. Like I said, like I can't. It depends on what your career, what your path, what your take out desires. But as I said, your career and your path. I know it's hard to say take out your desires because obviously you need money and you need to survive and you need bills and you need this and you need that. But honestly, like if you know that the universe is the one that's keeping you heart beating and your thoughts ticking, then you must understand that is the most powerful force on the planet. And your thoughts are connected to that force. Your spirit it's always connected. So at the end of the day, if you not leave it, if you know how to love that and use that magical power to obtain everything you wish to live in your environment, you know what I mean? Because I just want a good environment, you know what I mean? I want the children around to me be saying, I just want a peaceful environment, I just want a lovely environment, you know what I mean? I just want a free environment, whatever I want and wish for, Tao gets it, you know what I mean? That's it, you know what I mean? That's all I want, you know what I mean? And that's all we should achieve. And I noticed this ain't for everybody. So guess what? Everybody's not going to get it. So even though I'm sharing it with the whole world for free, not everybody's going to resonate with the truth. So if you're resonating with this, no, you are on but you're there. Not even nearly there, you're there. Honestly, because like, honestly, you're there. You know the ones that this is the truth, nothing but the truth, the whole truth. This platform is designed for our future. So when you reincarnate, this will be everlasting. and the videos will just get better quality, as you can tell from my first video till now. And so thank you to the universe, thank you to you, all my subscribers again, all my followers. Just keep sharing and subscribing, pressing that notification button.
Science and evidence to back that up, that it can re-regulate the limbic system of the brain that is hyperactive and is causing a lot of fear-based behavior and a lot of poor
Oh, family, touching on some nasty. You see what he's saying, fam? This is powerful stuff. He's saying, see, once you go into that heart, the spirit, the soul, that rewires the physical brain, you know, the emotional, the devilness inside of you. That, you know, it rewires it, because now you know about love, now you know about passion, now you know about, you know what I mean, positiveness, now you know about, you know what I mean, giving and helping.
Making. And when our warriors get into their meditation practice very quickly, higher order thinking and executive order thinking in the brain begins to take over. There's a sense of a growing sense of ease and comfort and the ability to make rational and solid decisions. The other things that we do with equine.
In fact, sorry, I had to pause this again. In fact, I made a decision a few months ago. I never actually stuck by it, but now through playing this video, I will stick by it. And the creation of this video. And that is, I will not really associate myself with anybody that does not meditate. Because if you're not able to go within yourself and be one with yourself, and not able to realize you are not just, you know what I mean, you're not just that emotional side of you, you are not just, you know what I mean, you are more than you know, you are great. If you're not able to do that, then how can I, you know what I mean? It's not, do you make sense in it? You know what I mean? How are you going to vibe? You're not going to vibe right. Because once you're next to somebody that's just negative energy, what they call a vampire energy sucker, you know, the ones there, like, because they're constantly probably thinking all about themselves, which is not wrong, but they're thinking of an emotional baggage way, where they're not thinking of how we all can come together. They're thinking of how just them or their family can survive, not how we all can be one and live happily ever after. You know, like the stories. Anyway, carry on.
High ropes or trust building and community building, and lead toward goal setting, behavior typing, because it's really the peer-to-peer support that they take away from the project. And, you know, one of the things we say to them, we can't save them all, but we can help them all save themselves, because it is this generation of returning warriors, given the proper tools. And
yeah, what you know what I'm saying? We can't save you all. I'm giving you the tools to save yourself. This platform here, yeah, I've given you the whole tools to save yourselves, to save ourselves. Like, honestly, sometimes I do watch other platforms and I think, like, kind of go over the same old stories and, like, not giving no solutions. And I still watch them, you know what I mean? It's just like, maybe the solution that I'm looking for, you have to get up off your own ass and do you. And then once they're, as I said, they're part of the jigsaw puzzle. You put your part of the jigsaw puzzle. You all pull together, and you become one. So again, shouts out to everybody that's doing their thing. And I have to give a big shout out to Brother Sanchez. I'm not gonna lie, because my man, and he's well, I'm part of him. You know, I've been following him from day one. So like, but he, ha, the man has came up with the most amazing platform, I must say, and he just continued it. And honestly, like, if it weren't for him, most of the information that I do know now, I probably wouldn't have known. You know what I mean? Because he was also in the armed forces like myself, so that's what made me resonate with him kind of straight away. Because I know, like, yo, you can't lie to me. Yo, my brother, bro. You don't know what's there, bro. Yo, mad. You don't know what's there. Yo, star. We got a bond like nobody's bond like that makes us unique. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's unique, but you know what I mean. You have to find that thing that makes you relate. So yeah, we can't save you all. Only you can save you. I've given you all the knowledge, all the tools, everything you need to know. And you can do you. And then once you get And now you're just gonna see us rise together. Like honestly, like you can see from my first videos till now, like how the quality is just stepping up. And honestly, I just leave it down to the universe, and then the universe provides. So, shouts out to the family for supporting me, following me, and let's keep it moving. Let's keep rising.
Skills, they can save themselves because they're natural servant leaders. It is in their DNA to pay it forward. As an example, every time to a warrior that I enroll them in the project, they stop at some point and say, I don't want to take the seat away from somebody who really deserves it. And they want to give their seat up to a buddy who may also be suffering. And our response is, look, let's get a good seal on your oxygen mask, and then you can pay it forward. But it's your turn. Take your turn. You know, this is a very benevolent caste of people in our society that have a lot to contribute and pay forward. And sometimes they get lumped into a protected class that I don't think it is deserved, as we would say with the homeless or single mothers or prisoners. And we want to lump them into a disadvantaged group of people. These are very, when you send somebody to war 5, 6, 7, 8 times, that's a very resilient group of people that have something to contribute and have life's lessons to pass on to the next generation. So maybe we don't go wandering into another quagmire like this so quickly.
Well, I think that there is something to be said for this whole the archetype of the old man and the wise elders, let's call it. And we've kind of lost that, it feels, in our society. We don't give that respect. There are a few figures like that who are wise older people. We don't really give them that respect. It's a very much a youth-oriented culture, and I think that people like yourself are trying to work towards that archetype of like let's foster these people so that they can ultimately take on leadership positions and become the wise elders because of their experience and having actually grown from it, as opposed to where a lot of people fail is that they go and they have the experience of war, but they don't really synthesize how to, like I said, pay it forward. How do you actually learn from it and grow as a person? I think my father sent him up for that reason, because he was, he's a veteran who tried to utilize his experience and turn it towards art.
This geezer, I don't know what it is with this geezer, yeah? Listen, I'm trying to listen to this geezer, but I can hear. But listen, so I'm saying, man, this is why they put these on these platforms so these people can just dead the waters. But this is powerful truth. But let's get over this geezer for a bit.
Put a lot of his anger and emotion. I think art probably saved him a lot of the trauma that many people don't know where to put it into. And so with films like
Talk properly, man.
And Born on the 4th of July,
I look on the
I think that was
movement,
him basically saying, look, this is my way of paying it forward to people, to either warn them, caution them against war, but also to show what we really face. That it's not a glorification of war, which we see too often, unfortunately, in the cinema.
Well,
I'm sorry, but why didn't you just say that then, bro? I don't understand, bro. Like, my man's basically saying, yeah. But why don't you just show them the cautions of war in the cinema, the pictures, and wherever on the TV? Why are you not saying that? What was all these condogerous, connoisseurs, and raciousness? What is all that about? You see what I'm saying, family? This is what I'm saying, bro. This is why this thing is most important, and you need to have this perspective. I've been to war. Like, this ain't no joke. Yeah, I'm telling you, it affects them spiritually, and like, yo, it's not a joke, man. It affects you too, because once your children come back around you, they're no longer the same person. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, there's no reason for us to go to war. I've been to war. Like, we're just normal, innocent human beings. Yeah? Rich people don't send rich people to war. They send the poor people from the poorest backgrounds. In Japan, the poorest people in that background. The rich people in Japan don't fight wars. The same thing in China. Same thing in Russia. Same thing in Poland. Same thing in Africa. Same thing around the world. But they send the poor to fight the poor. And I've been against this part. I've been in China, and I've been to Malaysia. I've been to various different countries when we're not at war, when we're friendly and we're at peace, and we were all lovely people amongst the world. I know this for a fact. I don't need nobody to tell me. You can't, unless you're treading in my path. You must know these people. You must be on holiday. Can't you see these people are just normal people, just like you? Until you go amongst them people that are tight-arsed, up-fisted, up-twisted, like, you know what I mean? And they're just shook. You know, once they're raw shook. Sorry to say it like that, but yeah, that's why they couldn't even go to war, brother, because they ain't got the... Listen, family, honestly, we're scared of the wrong people, brother. Like, honestly, brother, like, we need to be scared of ourselves, killing one another. People from that live in America, China, Japan, we're all just normal people. Blood, I'm telling you, bring music around them and we just all come together and have fun. Bring food around them. We got Chinese, got Hong Kong, we got Caribbean, we got Africa, bro. Listen, we're just supposed to eat, have fun, and blood, wine and dine with beautiful ladies from across this planet. Anyway.
Glad you mentioned your father because I was a young 20-year-old.
That's the best part about being in the Navy, talk. Ask them. The woman, them. We love the woman. We love the woman. Mother Nature, we love you. Mother Nature, Mother Nature. Women, we love you. Mommy, I love you. Sisters, we love you. I love my brothers too. I love my daddy too. But listen, it's called Mother Nature. Yeah, and I love women. I love woman. All of them. African, Jamaican, Japanese, Hong Kongish, Chinese. We call them Barbadian. We call them American, Texican, Australian, Canadian, New Zealand. The next one name. Anyone, Russian, Poland, Belgium, Lord Goddy, where else? French, German, Lord, me I take all of them from you, if you don't stop. Listen, I'm taking all of them women from you. If you don't stop with the rubbish. Me can't handle all of them, but me can. I can do all of it. All of it. Yeah? Listen. Don't put your hand on another woman. Man, I tell you, don't do it. Because you wouldn't put your hand on your mom, and some of you would put your hand on your mom. I'm not going to lie. Some of them would. But you hear the joke? You're not going to let no other man put your hand on your mom. So stop it. Because if you can do it, why can't a next man? You know what I mean? You're the leader, innit? Follow the leader. You know what I mean? So don't speak to your mom like you give birth to her. Have respect for your mom. Yeah? Have respect for your papa too. But just don't put your hand on your mom. You can't put your hand on your dad most of the time. Anyway, your dad will kill you. That's why it's most of the, unless your dad, unless your dad kind of old, and you kind of tough and bold. Anyway, carry on.
Soldier in Boston when that film debuted, and I remember who I went to the movie with. I remember the time of the year, and I remember how struck I was by the timelessness of that warrior's journey. That is, an adaptation that I understand of your father's experience in war, and as that warrior, he goes into the realm of a warrior sage, as would a Karl Marlantes, who's another Vietnam warrior. And both of these men were very fortunate, highly educated, very polished, tip of the spear fighting experience, in the middle of all of this experience, and have the, for lack of a better term, decency and mindset to not be discouraged, because I know what it took Carl to get his book published that ended up informing our work in Ceremony, Ritual, and Spiritual Initiation, the book, what it is like to go to war. And I can only imagine what your father went through, and he was trying to put that deal together to get that movie made, and then Born on the 4th of July. But there's a knowing, there's almost an internal knowing that there's someone out there who's going to hopefully listen and pay attention. But just for myself personally, we've taken Vietnam warriors through the project, and they've been incredibly emotional in saying, I waited 45 years for this. And that is the social injustice, just, the world according to Jay Clark for a second. But that is what really bothers me, because it's so cost effective when I think of all of the resource that's been expended turning these young warriors into veterans, and so little on the back end with something so effective. But it is the art that saves us. We use a lot of cultural art form in our work. The term we use is...
No, I didn't want to gloss over that point, because I don't think you get what you're saying. Listen, I've had big problems trying to get the thing out there. I've had big problems trying to get the programs out there. You know what I mean? It's not even like the getting veterans talking about, where was my help 45 years ago? Do you know no one's there, family? Like, they're getting held up by the people that are sending us to war. Because they don't want this. They don't want, They don't want the fact that, spiritualness. Listen, the spiritualness, that's what they're using to cleanse these people. Meditation, this is part of the spiritual. Meditation is spiritualness. So they're using meditation. Yeah, so hold up. Why don't you use meditation before we go into war? If you're gonna use something to they don't teach us meditation before we go. Gives a bit of Christianity. They might give you a bit of whatever religion you know what I mean, but they don't give you no meditation. They don't give you no Buddhist religion. I tell you that. They don't tell you to meditate, love one another. No one's there. Everybody's equal. They don't tell you none of that, family. So like, yeah, it's real. And then he's trying to tell you that the so-called people that, you know what I mean, that you have to go to get the projects out there, to get it into the media, to get it into so the people can see the effects of war. They're getting stopped. They're not allowed to put this information out there. Carry on, talk the thing.
Unpack certain films for their content and for the lessons that are available for family of origin trauma, for living a life, for finding a strategy for a life worth living. But you could use a film like Platoon at Save a Warrior. You could use Born on the 4th of July, and our guys can relate to those experiences because, again, the journey is timeless of the warrior, the journey of going into battle and being in that temple of Mars. But that's not where the trauma really occurs. That is where the warrior becomes fully fledged in surviving in the temple of Mars, but it's the coming back and revisiting the things that didn't get worked out, maybe from childhood, maybe from adolescence, and not feeling complete. So we want to feel complete. And I think when your father is doing a film like Platoon, there's a sense of completion for him spiritually. And then he moves on to, okay, I told what it's like in theater. Let me talk about the disintegration of Iran Kovic and what it's like coming home. And someone like me watches that as a student of his work, and for me that's his lecture. And what do I take away and how do I pay it forward so that I'm not constantly in my head thinking about the things that darken my own world. So they're passing the torch, and thank God for warriors like that who didn't go out. What the problem is today is the generals coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan pimp themselves out for $400 an hour as a mentor, but they don't come out to Malibu and say, hey, I like what you're doing. You're saving the mess and you're cleaning up the mess that I've created. Great job. What do you need? No, they're on TV shows and they're talking about the solution and they're selling their books and they're getting in the Carlyle Group and sitting on boards. And I'm over here in Malibu with a choice few words for these guys, because as someone who's been with these warriors but is a little bit longer in the tooth and who's been in some combat theaters and in the former Yugoslavia, I understand the cost of what can happen, and I let that anger and frustration drive me into that next young warrior who's still in his 20s and doesn't deserve to die like that. So I see that of what happens with our leaders when they come home that don't get involved. To me, that's a war crime. That's a war crime that
more so when they're profiting from it.
When they're profiting from it.
Which is really what this military-industrial complex.
Did you hear what the man just said? Oh my God! Family, the generals that don't even go onto the battlefield are coming home, writing books, profiting off the backs of us from unfortunate, I'd say less fortunate backgrounds. You see, because officers, I told you before, officers and generals, they're usually like from like Cambridge, Oxford, or the equivalent in America would be Harvard, that sort of, university. So automatically, when they go into the armed forces, they're way ranks ahead of us, having no training. Okay, they don't even set foot on the battlefield. You see all this Prince Williams rubbish. No disrespect, what I'm saying? But yo, you don't go into the battlefield. It says a picture of him. Well, it could even be blue screen to us because I got pop after him. Listen, family, listen to what he said. The generals are writing books, crooks, hooks. Oh, yo, they're writing hooks. They're writing books off the back of our blood. Listen, I don't even understand if you don't get this, bro. Like, you see the people from poor back, them are my brethren, they're my family. Like, this is what made me love the armed forces, the people from my surrounding county, even no matter where you was from, Irish, Scottish, American, African, no matter, I loved you because obviously we was a team. And we're going into battle together from the poorer back. What did you used to do? Factory. What did you used to do? Middle class. Or what did you know what I mean? Nobody was bro, listen. Nobody was, what do you call them people? I don't even know what financer, banker. No one's son was that. None of that. Yeah. No one's son was a royal. No one's the team foil. No one's the made out of soil. You don't know what? Hey, listen. So family, this isn't no joke, man. And this man can't even say what he wants to say. Lucky I ain't there. I'm telling you, I've been talking the thing, bro. You know what's there? Man can't even talk too much. But what he said was very powerful. Yeah, the generals. Listen, why don't they send the money back to the youths, them, to the families? No, they're profiting off it and boosting up their family. And what? And then what about the people that all the people that are coming back with PTSD, what you want to call it, but we all suffer from it. Yeah, I used to say that I don't suffer from it until I realized, oh, I bloody do. Obviously, you do. You know, I was just like, you don't. But no one's gonna admit to being mentally ill. It's not. It's the done thing to do. It's not even like you don't know if you're meant. How can you listen? Listen. This is very powerful. Don't expect a mental ill person to dial a number and call you. So there's pointless putting a number on the bloody screen. But if they can bloody phone you, honestly, I have tried sometimes. But like, honestly, most of the time I don't. I ain't got the mental capacity to press no numbers. I ain't got the press. All I'm thinking is pain. I'm thinking pain. I'm thinking negative. So like, to do something positive is not in my mind frame. You need to have people that reach out to these people, at least visit them, at least phone them, and if they don't answer, then you go visit. Everything all right? Yeah, everything's all right. Even if everything ain't all right, you're still checking on them. Make sure they're surrounded by family and friends. You know the ones there, because even though they say they don't want to be around family and friends, they need to be around family and friends. So like, honestly, coming through the understanding of the fact, like, obviously being to war, the fact that my mom left when I was 3 and I haven't seen her once, and like obviously can't get through to her now. You know the ones there. It's just mad. So like that ain't but my mental health is the fact that and you know what I mean. I can't see someone that gave birth to me. But anyway, it's not about nothing about me.
Really means, and I think that's why it's such an offense. I mean, my father's been a big critic of the military-industrial complex, and with films like JFK stoked, that phrase again. People started using it as a result because, like you're saying, these generals, these politicians, they're making money from the missiles and from from blowing up countries, and then also reconstruction.
Don't need to say anything else. They're making money from blowing up other countries, from blowing up poor people, from blowing up us. They're making money. We are money. They're blowing us up, bro. Listen, this is why we can't handle it, because like we go amongst these people when we're not in war, and just normal people, food, drink, party, and then all of a sudden we said, nah, we have to blow these people up, and then like we're blowing up our own people, no matter what country we are from. We're all humans, so we're blowing up people that we just once partied with, shared food with. They were made us feel so welcome and special, and now we're told they're terrorists. We have to go and blow them up just so they can make money off bombs.
The cost of reconstruction, they're profiting from it, but the grunts, they're not making anything out of it. They go, they serve, they get discarded. They have no.
Well, why isn't this big news? You got the bridge between suicide and life. Yeah, you need to watch that. Kevin Briggs, Ted. Yeah, you need to watch that. Trust me, you need to watch that, because right now, this is supposed to be hitting the millions. It's supposed to be hitting the millions. At least everybody in the world should, even if you still go and decide to join, at least listen to this and then make the decision after. You know what I mean? And then not even just this video, do at least 3-4 videos and see why. But don't just take my perspective. Don't just take his perspective. Do go talk to the veterans. Go talk to the people that have. Don't just talk to the people that are there to promote it. Talk to the people that you know what I mean. That ain't gonna gain nothing from it. Whether you go or whether you're not, they're not just gonna give you their it's gonna be their opinion, their biased opinion, but it's their opinion, their knowledgeable opinion. But you can use all their biased opinions to make one decision. And the fact is, the reason why English footballers, American but the sports industry is suffering is because the poorer kids, the real talented kids, the real kids that have the skill and the ability and agility to make something of themselves in football, tennis, golf, basketball, music, art, dance, they're being pushed towards war, going into war or violent sports such as boxing or UFC, check it out, family. Even rugby, like, but rugby ain't too bad. I do. It's a gentleman's sport. Cricket's a gentleman's sport. Honestly, it's like, you know what I mean. Listen, watch how this. You know what I mean. Like, it has to be like, you have to be of a decent, you know what I mean, mannerism. You know what I mean, to play rugby. You know what I mean. You don't see too much punch and kicks on rugby. You know what I mean. And if you do, shake hands after the sport. You know what I mean, because it's just it's love. You know what I mean. But honestly, with boxing, you did. Some people are talking about, yo, I'm going to kill next man. You know, but like, because a few words and, you know, no one's there over a few words, yeah, and a money, you know what I mean. Next man looking to kill man, but I'm gonna show you about the video where Giza died. Yeah, I'm gonna show you that video in one of my next videos where Giza died in boxing. But yo, that's the next video coming up because that one's sick. I bet everybody forgot about that video, but anyway, carry on.
No back end interest.
Well, they have no stake in the outcome. But
Yeah.
what people don't understand about the young warriors that I got to serve with whom I'm a generation older, is each one of them has a Marshall Plan inside of them. They want to build something. They want to leave something behind. And as a young kid growing up in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, my coaches were all Vietnam warriors, and I could see this. There was this pall of sadness that they carried. But in going back 30, 35 years, 40 years later, and asking them, did you know intuitively that this would save you? And they said, on some level, I knew that I had to not isolate and be out in the community. And thank God, you know, to be able to look back and say, hey, Rudy, hey, Mike, hey, Barry, I was paying attention.
Well, the man just said it, most his Vietnam coaches. Listen, the man said his coaches, most of his coaches were Vietnam veterans. Now Vietnam. Now I'm thinking monk, Buddhist. Where do you think they got the spirituality from, the meditation from? See, them monks, them Buddhists, they already knew that information before they even went into battle. You know, no one's there. Carry on, fam.
Your suffering was not lost on me. And, you know, growing up in a family where there was mental illness and going to mental institutions again and again and again to visit a mother who wasn't getting better, I thought, you know, we're missing something. And
Sorry, fam. I took my emotions out of the situation. Woo. Listen, I just told you the fact that my mum is in a sort of mental health system, and I ain't seen her for free since the age of 3. So like, family, listen, this system here is making. Anyway, let's not talk about me. But listen, yeah, listen to what he's saying. The system is done. It's not ready, and they can't handle it. If they can't take the fact that we have spiritualness and the spiritual meditation is a part of us, a major part of us, then the system's flawed. And using this video, we're able to show why the system's flawed, because us as humans coming back from that negative environment, war, you know what I mean? We could see the negativeness of war, of being in such a negative state. It totally shreds your emotions, your compassion, your ability to just, you know what I mean? But it's just mad.
it can't be this difficult. We can't just be sticking people in VAs and medicating these guys and tying them down and stigmatizing them. And, you know, I mentioned the young warrior in Cincinnati. You know, he was begging the police officer. He says, I promise I won't kill myself as long as you don't take me to the VA. Just don't take me to the VA. And, you know, our leaders need to hear that. And I think when you have someone like, we were very fortunate in one regard to have a Secretary of Defense like a Robert Gates. But you know what, Mr. Gates?
You know what it is, family? See, when you're in such a negative environment, a war scenario, and you've seen your best friends blown dead, blown to bits, it's nothing for you to kill yourself. It's nothing, but like honestly, it's just like that's normal, isn't it? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, where if you've not experienced such a negative environment, you know the ones there. Even the computers, like today, like the Xbox and the PlayStation, where they play the Call of Duty and that, even that don't really teach you that, you know what I mean? That don't have that sort of effect on you, because you can start again, you can restart and start again. So it's not really setting you up for the real life, the real scenario battle. Do you know what I mean? And honestly, that game does have an influence on a lot of children going into war. Do you know what I mean? Because like that made me, the computer games actually had an influence on me going into war. You know what I mean? And like honestly, it didn't give me no sort of understanding to when I actually went to battle. And the actual spiritual effects, just being there, knowing it, feeling it, vibrating, the frequency, the smell, the everything, like everything, the vibration, the frequency, the energy that you're in, that environment. I'm telling you, energy is very, very powerful. Yeah, so if you're in a negative environment, which is basically energy, guess what? You think negative, you just get negative thoughts, negative emotions. But when you're in a positive environment, in a positive energy um, space, you just get positive emotions. Family, wow.
You put your name in the hat to be the secretary of the VA and clean that mess up? Or why not go out to someone like Bill Gates, who's shown that he can take positive outcomes to other places in the world, where he's doing it from a place of benevolence and not a place of what's on his business card or where the station is going to take him or leave him. But you need to put somebody in charge of a system like that who really cares about people, who's not interested in creating shareholder value and managing quarterly earnings reports. You know, they're going to bring in a new secretary. I understand he's got a West Point and military background, but you had Eric Shinseki in there as the secretary, who is a phenomenal world-class warrior like no other. And if a man like that cannot go into that system and transform it, then thoughtful leaders need to look and say, why couldn't Eric transform that? He's the best of the best. There is no better. What was it that allowed those failures to occur under the watch of such a fully fledged, highly regarded, well-respected warrior by the rank and file? So rather than continue to throw good money after bad where there's no bottom on the bucket, I think that our government and our institutional thought leaders need to start looking at templates like this and go, I wonder why that's working. What are they doing there? And it comes down to innovators that don't look for permission to do the next right thing and have to go through layers and layers of bureaucracy to do what it is that they think is the right thing to do for the people that are most deserving in our society. And when I say most deserving, I work with warriors.
Let me just break down what he said. Yeah, it's basically saying that the most respected warrior, ranked officer, not officer, but ranked person, to try and voice his opinion on the matter to the government, to the politicians, they didn't want to hear it. So what they done, what I advise everybody to do, is lock them off. He says, yo, he totally went underneath them, not even underneath them, not even over them, just had nothing to do with them and just done their own program where it didn't have nothing to do with the government. And that's how they achieved it. And that's how we achieve anything now, family. Like, honestly, just let them keep their system in it. Let them keep their government system and let them govern themselves in it. And it's about the people, the real people, the people that are part of this Mother Nature, the natural creator, pulling together and left the system to their own divisions. You know what I mean? Trust me. Well, this platform, yeah, will provide the solution to the pollution, and you know what I mean. We'll give you all the intrusions we need. We're all working. I'm working together with everybody. You know what I mean. Everybody has a part to play. So I listen to everybody. I have to big up Brother Sanchez. I have to big up what's his name, Mag Bang Bitter Truth, Be Desired. Who else? There's a few, man. There's a few. I'm gonna give you a rundown of the people that I think, not everything, well, everybody can help, but the people that can help you even probably further than I can. Well, everybody's a part of the puzzle. So what I'm saying, a next person might not be saying, or might be saying it in a different way. You know, the ones there. Or what I'm saying, someone might be saying in another powerful way that you might be able to resonate to. But like I said, I'm here to work with every one of us. Yeah, I know we all part of the creator. Even the people that are doing this to us, people or entities or whatever they want to call themselves, you know, the ones that they're still part of the creator too. But at the end of the day, I can either choose to, you know what I mean, keep being blindsided by these people, or I could choose to be not a part and just carry on with Mother Nature, the universe, the naturalness that's within all of us. And this is why this platform is boosting. This is why these video qualities are getting so beautiful and better. And wow, like this is why this video is probably one of my longest videos I've ever done. Loving it, family.
Every day, who the minute they finish this program want to go out and pay it forward to someone else for fun and for free. You know, that's rare in this society
fun
because we're all
and free.
You know, what's in it for me?
Fun and free. You hear the big words there, fun and free. What's in it for me? Nothing apart from the fact that the children, our future, are going to provide a better future for our future. Because it's all about the future. Wow. Fun and free. Music, fun. Football, fun. Dancing, fun. Painting, fun. Arts, craft, fun. Um, But any form of sports, apart from like boxing not fun, stack. A man punch me face once, start that weren't fun at all. Listen, me did box once, Me did box. One box me on my face, me say, yo, this is not fun. Yeah? Me no mind when me a box. But when me get box back, me no like that at all. So anyway, I rather box the bag. Don't box nobody in them face, make them see. I'm telling you, you keep boxing someone in the head, eventually that brain there, so it's only so much time you can wobble. You're not a hamster. You know no one's there. A hamster, you throw it once in the bang, dead. You know no one's there. See, a human being, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's not gonna happen once, but do that a few times, yeah, and see if you're the same person. Drop a baby upon him head too much time and see what happens. You get a fully grown man boxing man in the head like yo, when man box me in my head, yo, nah, tell him nothing, nobody don't box me, I'm not box you, so don't box me. Please. Nah, Mr. Please. Don't box me. I'm not a boxer either. Better you just kill me. Better you kill me, star, don't box me in my face.
And that's why I enjoy what I do. So I
Me
don't know if
too.
I somehow answered
Love
where
it.
we were trying to go with this, but Rome is burning.
Rome is burning. Do you
Rome
think your
burn!
system could be applied also to like prisoners, for example?
Sorry, Robert.
I believe that it can, and I believe that there are programs. We worked very closely for a long time with David Lynch Foundation, who has a prisoner program. And what you find is it's hard for me to wrap my mind around somebody sitting inside of a building behind bars and letting human potential go to waste like that, because I believe I'm a big believer in the restorative justice process. I think that healing can occur on both sides. If we go, the old saying, if it's an eye for an eye, eventually, you got a country full of blind people, and that's just, again, I have my own
most punitive system in the world. I mean, it's
Yes, I'm glad him touched upon that too, because not only are most of the youth stem from the poor background in our war, if they ain't in war, them in our prison. Prison. This is where the youths are today, family. Because right now, you need boat, cork, what next thing? Some sort of something to make money. That's all they know. That's all it's promoted in the tunes right now. The only way you can be rich is through boat, coke, and you know what? They're never rich. But the only way you can look rich, because rich is not how much money you got. Rich is how much resources you've got. If you can constantly keep providing for yourself, rich is if you can create out of nothing, where they can't create out of nothing. They need to replace the bud to keep selling the bud. They need to replace the coke to keep selling the coke. They need to replace the whatever product to keep selling that product in it. So it's not creating out of nothing. Where if you write a book or if you create music, even a footballer, you know what I mean? Like they're creating out of their ability, but even that, you get a bad tackle. That's why I say, I teach youths how to play football as well. So you're not, you know what I mean? Like, well, listen, the youths them are not supposed to tackle each other where they're gonna break each other's legs. I used to tackle like that. I'm gonna lie. When I take the ball, I'm the man. Everything come out. Our grass too. Post as well. Everything come off the pitch. When me going for my tackle, I tackle. You know what I was there? But now I learn, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about breaking people's legs. It's about playing the game. I want to win. I want to win by the art of the game, by knowing the ball, the way I kick the ball, the way I pass the ball, the way we maneuvered as a team. That's what made us win. Not the fact that I had to cheat or I had to kill somebody. I want to win for the love of and the passion of being able to move that ball so smoothly, like you can't even touch the ball, and it's just love. Ooh, that's how I teach kids how to play. Children how to play football. This is how I teach children how to create music. You know what I mean? For the love of the music, for the art, for the poetry. You know what I mean? For the passion. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. That's why I said I went to the studio the other day. You know, I was there for a long time. Now I can't give up. You know, I was there to show now one of the most money I could have ever made, like within a short space of time. But like I'm on my path. I'm on my goal. It's not about my desires. So it's not even about money no more, bro. Honestly, it's not about money. It's about children. The future, they're worth more than money to me. Honestly, these children sound like adults. Honestly, honestly, I've listened to these children. They sound like adults. Come on, like I'm getting children are being born adults right now.
We have so many men under ball. What, at least 2 million people?
We're approaching 3 million.
Wow.
You know, we're the most punitive society on the planet, and we take, you know, all this human potential, and we don't seek to offer the opportunity for transformation. I saw a documentary recently where Mercy College was on an HBO documentary, and it was beautiful seeing people have the opportunity to have education, because how long will you punish somebody for what they did? And when we choose not to forgive people that have wronged us, it's like, you know, we're taking poison hoping that the other person dies. So we have to elevate the conversation, and we have to raise the consciousness of where we're going as a society, because eventually we will implode. Because America, for me, has always existed as an idea of what's possible. This country's been very good to me. And sometimes all you can do is work your own little square and try to make a difference where you are. And at the same time, when I did that, we designed this with the idea of scaling and replicability, not only for returning warriors, but for active duty warriors as well. And, you know, so far, so good.
Another very important, powerful moment, topic, discussion that he just said. Second, he said, just start on your small square. Just start on your square, and then look to scale it on afterwards. Don't not and I mean not your square, but just start on any small square. Just work on a specific area, and then scale it upwards. You know what I mean? Don't try and scale it upwards straight away. You know what I mean? Because then you might get deterred. You might get a bit emotional, a bit negative. You know what I mean? I did my journey because like I was trying to push my channel to the world. You know, I was there, and like I'm thinking, hold up, you know, I was only getting like 1 and 2s, but like the 1 and 2s I was getting like was the people like that resonated with the information and just knew the truth in it. So it enlightened me. It helped me to realize, you know, not everybody's on the same level. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to get this information. And honestly, just scale it down and work on you know what I mean? And obviously, like I'm working with the children right now doing music, so um, I'm doing what I need to do. You know what I mean? And then eventually, when I do find somebody that is ready for this information, um, I will guide them towards my channel. But obviously, you can see my channel has a lot of information and knowledge. Where if you're not, but if you don't know, if you still believe, and there's nothing honestly, there's nothing wrong with believing, nothing wrong with beliefs, because obviously you have to have 10 beliefs or whatever beliefs before you can get to the knowledge, and because you don't just know something straight away. You have to believe that this geezer can help you. You have to believe this geezer knows what he's talking about, and it like you know what there. So that many, and someone only taught me this recently, so don't think it's anything like, you know what I mean, like I'm more power, you know what I mean, like, but people tell you that you shouldn't have no beliefs, but and I've been saying that myself, but honestly, you do need to have some sort of belief. You need to believe even in that person that is going to tell you the right stuff. You know what I mean? But then with belief comes knowledge, and so belief only takes you so far. You know what I mean? You need to have knowledge. To have knowledge, you have to keep believing. You have to keep believing, and you have to keep believing, and you have to keep believing. To believe, you have to keep reciprocating. You have to go there, do it, and have knowledge of doing it. So you see that it works for yourself. You know what I mean? So it's simple, family. Like you can see, like now, most of the children from the poorer backgrounds and the ones in jails are the ones that are going to war, are the ones that are suffering, and the people that and the children that are in the rich superb. I'm not blaming the children. I'm just blaming the parents and the grandparents, because I think I do know eventually that these children They're created from the creator. They're eventually gonna come over to our side as well, because they're not gonna like what they're, you know what I mean. And they most of these children fancy us. I tell you straight. Most of the rich children love children from the poorer background. So, you know what I mean. Standard weather, so you know what I mean. You need a little bit of grittiness in it. Like, it can't be all just rich. And you know what I mean. I wouldn't love to be rich for the rest of my life. You know what I mean. But I do now. You know what I'm saying. But I will teach the children now to have that completeness, that wholeness. You know what I mean? Like that gulliness and that devilness. Like, yeah, nobody train them up to be able to protect themselves. A little bit of kung fu. You know what I mean? A little bit of, if you want to do a bit of boxing or whatever. You know what I mean? But only to use that to protect yourself, not to cause harm to another. Do you know what I'm saying? For no reason. So that's what we try to teach and empower. So all type of man them. We always the boxer jibs.
Think, I know that we're very fortunate to have someone like Soledad O'Brien who spent so much time looking at our work and trying to understand why it was so effective. And now the active components are looking and saying, hey, is this something that would fit for us? And we're very excited about what's possible.
Absolutely. Are you planning on expanding it beyond? Right now, you're based in Malibu, so would it ultimately expand to the other states?
I've done this work with our team back at an East Coast location in Virginia near the Beltway. There's been a few spin-off resiliency programs. One that originated out of a documentary film called The Invisible War on military sexual trauma. We were consulted heavily on some of the ingredients, and they've evolved that into their own healing methodology. But yeah, this is something that our warriors will be able to take with some of the revisions we've made to the curriculum and immediately go back into their communities around the country, teach other warriors how to meditate, put them in relationship with people that can start standing up these kinds of opportunities around the country in a very, very cost-effective way. So it's about moving market share, creating new markets, and telling people through this film and a second film coming out about Save a Warrior at Sundance at the top of next year. But it's exciting to know that these young guys and girls don't need to die like this. They don't need to kill themselves. That there is a solution. It's a very problem-centric conversation.
The solution to the pollution, to the intrusion, to the accusation, to the confusion, to the illusion, to the delusion, to the execution, to the electrocution is don't go to war, please. Just stop it. Listen, I know this is a very long video. I don't really do long videos because I know certain of us ain't got that attention span. But listen, just concentrate a few more seconds, a few more minutes, nearly there. But it's very powerful. Like this is not for me. This is for you. This is not for me. This is for your children. This is not for me. This is for our children, the rest of the future. Like I can't even grasp it. I don't understand. Like, do you know what I mean? Like honestly, I've been to war. I'm telling you from my experiences. Like I'm telling you, like no one is going to be the same. I don't care who you think you are. You could be the Incredible Hulk. You could be Superman. You could be Spider-Man. You could be Batman. You could be God, devil. I don't know. Buddha, Allah, Krishna, whatever. Anybody go into that war scenario, that negative energy spiral, hurricane, tornado, earthquake-ish, snakish, blakish, dakish, can't trust no one, environment, dog eat, shoot, kill, everything, teeth. Yo, serious thing, bro. Like, yo, anybody goes into that environment there, you no longer, you know what it is? You're ruining their lives. Yeah, simple as that. I say no more. You're just ruining their lives. Because, like, it's just gonna be negative. They might come out and run a job or do 22 years, but they're never gonna be the same, bro. Trust me. Ask them. Ask. Turn around. If you know somebody now that you're watching this video, turn around and ask that person. They would love to ask. You know what I mean? What was it like?
Or problem, and it's like, wait a second.
What's the solution? How do we transform this? Let's not just
exactly
keeps repeating the fact that they're coming home and killing themselves. What are you doing about it? How do we
exactly? And I wanted to get in the business of doing, and I found some incredible. I've had a lot of great support from our providers and from outside organizations, and from some places I really didn't expect it. So I'm excited about what the future.
Well, listen, yeah, because man just ran over that quickly. They're just coming home and killing themselves. But like, honestly, I don't think you understand the impact of war on us as human beings. I'm telling you, the majority, if not all, yeah, there's probably a few survivors only due to this program, yeah. Anybody that ain't been into his program or any sort of program, like, honestly, they're finding it hard to survive. in this life. This is why we should not. We should have to stop it. We can make money from. Listen, I will teach you. You know what I mean? Like, because we're so focused on the people that that profit off war, that profit off violence through sports, music, entertainment, and that, like, media. That's where we're putting our money, our resources into. Like the man said, start our own program, start our own networks, and it's not hard. You know what I mean? It just takes us pulling together, um, and working off the one goal, the one path, and that's all humans pulling together, and that's our solution, and everyone's solution.
Holds for Save a Warrior and some of the associated programs that we're involved with.
How can people sort of, support your organization and also learn more, follow?
They could go on to saveawarrior.org, or they could go onto our Facebook page at Save a Warrior, and there's a great chronology there and photographs. And I think what would make an impression on people is how cost effective we are. It looks like we spend millions and millions of dollars to the outside eye, but for example, in 2013, to arguably save 90 lives, we spent less than $150,000 total in Malibu, California. Because there's a compression of healers out there because of all the high thread count recovery centers. It's the ideal setting to do this work on the West Coast. But they could go to saveawarrior.org. They could go to the Facebook page and really explore. And don't take me at my word. Don't believe anything I'm saying. Get a hold of us. Come out and visit and see what we do. Talk to some of our alumni. See what we're all about. And I think this is a great place to make an investment if someone is really interested in supporting someone who's been willing to risk their lives. And I'm not going to sit here and be a parrot and say they risk their lives for us. They risk their lives for a cause greater than themselves, something that they believed in, something that they were indoctrinated into.
Now, yes, I want to follow this SaveTheWorldWarrior.org. I'll follow him on Facebook. I'm also going to do my search and make sure I know where this money is going, because obviously he seems like he's being controlled. He's not allowed to say certain stuff, so that money might be trickling its way back up to the same people that we're trying to escape from in the first place. So I'm not going to say don't support this channel, the ones there, because like this is SaveOurWorld.org, you know what I mean? But as I said, I'm going to do my own search. I'm finding out, if this is as truthful as it says, and that's all you have to do. Same with our organization, People United. I mean, you can always contact me, speak to me. I'll give you my number, my direct contact number, or you can speak to one of us, another one of us are in the organization. Like honestly, we're not one branch. We're part of a few branches. As I said, I'm branched into music. I do these videos. I also have other departments. I put on festivals. I do events. But my forte is teaching the children sports and entertainment, really, and how to become entrepreneurs, and how to become their best version of themselves. And meanwhile, I'm able to just get in contact with a few people that have been in similar scenarios and give them my advice, and they're able to guide me on how we can enable children to stop going to war. So that's basically the reason why I want to get in contact with this SaveTheWorld.org, because I want to know, like, are you going to fund helping not to make children go into war, or are you just going to fund just, you know what I mean, the after effects? Now I want a project that's going to fund, no more children going into war, and helping them to do something that's more fulfilling in their career, more joyful, and provides them with happiness, a family. This is why this video is important, because I'm telling you, when they go to war, it ruins families. You don't get to see your wife, you don't get to see your kids no longer know who you are, no one's there. And not only that, you're no longer the same person you are. You quick to get angry. Come on, family. Like, honestly, this video was very powerful. Sorry it took so long, but I'm not sorry.
said, okay, I will participate. I will give of myself freely. I believe we need stations like that in society because of what they're willing to do here at home.
Absolutely. If they are willing to take on that burden of leadership, or at least responsibility, then if they're in a healthy position, they could ultimately become the future leaders of our country. And I think that's oftentimes the ones that I look to personally. I think I look to a lot of people from within the military, within, you know, structures like that, to step forward and tell.
Yeah, what he said, what? Yeah, what he said. Me hear that one. He said, them are the people you look forward to running your country. Yeah, the people that have. I mean, you know what? It's true. You know, see people that have gone through the most adverse of battles, people that have gone through the worst of struggles, and still survived it, have not committed suicide, and able to turn that negative into. They're the people that should be running our country, all countries. Not these rich people that are born with a silver tea in the spoon that don't know struggle from ogle, from ruggle, from buggle. You know, the ones there, all they know how to do is juggle. You know the ones there. Not serious. Them are the people that, you know what I mean? I'd have more respect for somebody from a background where we can all resonate to them. One of these so called, you know what I mean? And they always balls it up anyway, let's be honest. You know the ones there. Family, listen.
Stories to reveal the things that the official government, the official kind of bureaucracy doesn't want revealed, and the experiences, the stories, so that we can understand each other better as humans and what we're going through and this human experience. I think we need these guys. We need them alive.
I agree. I think there's something so wrong. There's a Tentor Green Beret in this documentary, Bobby Farmer. It can only be characterized as a national treasure. And when you understand his story and what he's given and what he's lost and what he stands for and what he's about, they should be throwing resource at a guy like Bobby Farmer to have his own conversation of healing, whether he chooses it to do in his home city, down south. But that is someone that the government needs to be seeking out, in a very urgent way, because he is such an intuitive healer, and he's gone through his own healing process.
Make sure you catch that name, Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda. Yeah, make sure you catch the gee, Bobby Shmurda. Yeah, make sure you catch the name, Bobby. Yeah, because as you said, can't even get that, but it's not what I'm saying. Got Bobby, type in Bobby Shmurda after this. We need some Bobby Shmurda. Anyway, yeah. The man said, yeah, the government don't want them to implement the healing into the teaching, into the guiding of these children. Do you know why? Listen to this whole video and it's telling you why. Because once you implement spirituality, meditation into war. How does that work?
And leaned into it, and he has so much to give away. But that is someone himself who could be responsible for saving thousands of lives versus a young doctor in the VA trying to pay off student loans, writing out scripts for more and more psychotropics, patent that.
Listen, it's saying, why don't the government just install healing, spiritual healing, rather than these young doctors filling out prescriptions and stuff? Because like the spiritual healing, 90% is more powerful than that 10% physical prescription. And now, don't you understand why? Check out all my videos. Why? Listen, like, I'm not going into detail about this stuff now. I ain't being controlled no more, because I know that these people exist, these entities exist, and they can't control me anymore, because I won't sign up to any of their foolishness. I won't sign no contract. I won't sell my soul. I won't sell my heart, my finger. I won't sell my hair, my beard, and nothing, like my voice, my word, my thoughts. All my thoughts are about us and the children in the future, and us, how are we going to unite. And through this video, every day shining bright.
In the back, hey, good luck with that. You have these people like Bobby, you have people like Dusty Baxley, you have these warriors that have come home, that have been to war, that understand the consequence, that don't want to, get into, political dialogue and political argument, but they want to serve, and they've shown that they have this ability having transmuted their own suffering, having
Knowledge,
transformed their own suffering into a cause greater
experience.
than themselves. And these warriors crave these relationships with people like Bobby Farmer, with men like Dusty Baxley. And I hope that what they find here in Malibu as well, I get that they really get that we care, that they're important to us, that we celebrate their victories, that their families are important to us. And, we probably have 300 children in our community today that aren't orphans because of our work. And we're very proud and we're very humbled to be in a position to say that. But we could do more. If I had resource that was available, that other organizations have available to them, if some of that resource was moved in our direction, we could save a lot more lives. And I think we've proven that. Maybe I have to get over the 1,000 warrior threshold before someone really takes us seriously. Maybe Anderson Cooper needs to come do the project, and 25 million eyeballs need to see that on a Sunday night where they go, oh, that's interesting. Right. But it's working through having an opportunity to sit with someone like you who's having a thoughtful dialogue about it, who understands, having grown up with a father who's been through that experience. So you're able to frame a conversation in a way that's thoughtful and provoking. And, this really comes down to a national security issue, because if we don't save this generation of returning warriors.
Did you hear what he said, family? National security. This video right now, this information, pay attention. It's national security. This is why none of us should be forcing our children to go to war. No one should be going to war. This is national security right now. Red alert, black alert, orange, green, everything alert. Commander Conquer, Call of Duty, all of them. That's no for the joke though. National security.
Country will never fully field an effective military or what is known as a power projection platform. And as much as we may not want to believe that, there's a reason that stock market moves in a certain direction. There's a reason electricity works in this country and water stays cut on. And there's a reason things work in this society. It's because of our ability to influence outcomes internally and externally in the world, because of what we represent militarily and what we represent as an ideal. And anyone that doesn't agree with that is just not looking at this realistically and need look no further than the former Yugoslavia.
Let me just break down what you just said. He said we can either use our talents, our skills, our brain, our thoughts to go into the military, or we can use it to create what we've already created: energy, water, free electric, free gas, free wireless technology, free energy, because energy only comes from the universe. Nobody created power, no one created water, no one created gas, no one created coal. That comes from the universe. Yeah. So meanwhile, they're pushing us into the military and killing us off. We're not able to design our own free technology. You know what I mean? We could be designing our own free generators, driving our own free cars. You know, the ones there. And honestly, it's simple technology. It's just electrics, and this is what we should be getting taught in our schools, in our primary schools, in our universities. But instead of teaching us, I don't know what to teach us right now, but like honestly, like they just dumb us down in schools. You know what I mean? Turn us into fools. Because if you go into third world countries where they haven't got no schools, somebody used them and learning how to make TV, radios. You know what I mean? And cars. You know what I mean? Ones there, like serious. So like, this is what it is, family. National security.
Systems don't work, and they're still trying to recover from genocidal atrocities that happened going on 20 years ago. So we are moving precipitously in that direction as a people.
Fielding too many mercenary armies.
Exactly.
At the expense of our own military.
Exactly. And we need to begin to get back to basics. Well-grounded, common sense approaches, I think, will serve us in the long run. And we're at a very interesting time and place where this generation is ready to do something very radical to save itself, which, is perpendicular to what's being offered in traditional systems.
And now it's time to be radical, yeah? Now it's time to be radical. No, nearly at the end of this video. But yo, you need to share it to 2 people. Just to get radical on it. Yeah, don't even think about it. Just do it. I'm not even joking. Just not forget jokes. Yeah, because jokes aside, it's in national security. Just share this to two your friends, 2 family members. When you go to your school, Like, you know what I mean? And you're sitting on the phone, you know what I mean? 'Cause everybody's always on their phone. Just say, oh, look at this video that I found. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, this is the reason why your children shouldn't go into the forces, you know, darling. You know, once it has effect on their mind, it has effect on their brain, their spiritualness. Like, you need to put them into something that's gonna uplift them. You know what I mean? Come on, family, watch this. This is national security. Please, yeah, just share it. Yeah, share it. Yeah, you don't even have to like it. But I don't understand why you're not gonna like it. Yeah, and press the notification button because I've got more videos. I want to show you the dangers of boxing. You know what I mean? UFC that I don't want to broadcast on normal TV. You know what I mean? In the media. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, oh, close down all boxing gyms. I'm saying, nah, you can still have the boxing gyms, but just use it to channel their energy and to promote some greatness in them. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, do a bit of boxing, but don't use it to you know what I mean? Boxing should be no different from kung fu. You know what I mean? It should be like a sport used to you know, protect yourself, not to cause harm to another. You know, I'm on the
It's exciting to be a part of that, you know, to have that, to be in that conversation and to feel like you're living a life that you're meant to live.
Right.
And you're participating in preserving life rather than, you know, 5 different organizations taught me how to kill. The Army, the LAPD, the Secret Service, the FBI, and the California National Guard all taught me how to kill. Not one of those organizations ever spent 5 minutes trying to teach me how to live. And that's the missing in that conversation.
And that's what you're.
yeah, that family. Because they can't teach us how to live, because that means they're teaching about spirituality and meditation, stuff that we should learn at school. We should be learning about meditation from school, family, yeah? From school, yeah? Teach your youths about meditation from youth picnic. You know, the ones that say, quiet, it's meditation time now. You know, the ones that, but instead you got them sitting on the social media watching the Cartoon Network and whatever, Nickelodeon and CITC. Nah, man, sometimes they need some quiet time within themselves to realize that's when you create your most. You know what I mean? When you're able to quiet your mind and let these thoughts come in and receive these beautiful thoughts from the creator. You are the creator.
That's what you're doing now, though.
That's what we're doing now, Sean.
Absolutely. Well, I think you're doing a great job, and
Thank
I really
you.
support what you're doing. And
I'm honored. I'm honored to do what I do. Thank you.
I can't wait to hit that 1,000 mark, and then obviously there'll be a long future for Save a Warrior because we need it.
Thank you, and we'd love to have you out to Malibu at some point to see what we do. It's
Absolutely.
just up the road. So thank you, Sean. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks
Appreciate
so much.
it. Thank you.
Absolutely. So there you have it, folks. SaveAWarrior.org. Please follow them on Facebook and pay attention. Support however you can. What Jake is doing is tremendously important and valuable work, as you now understand. This is Sean Stone signing off.
Peace. Ha. Love family, yeah? Yeah, man, support him, man. You gotta support that Save a Warrior. You know, the ones that save us, save the people. But the most important information I want you to get out of this video is the fact that, yo, we need to stress that we cannot have no more children going into war. There is no reason for war. I have been to war, and it's not what they say. It's a load of rubbish. And the ones there, it's just humans from poor backgrounds fighting humans from poor backgrounds, being ordered by the rich generals or the rich officers who come from wealthier backgrounds to go kill each other off, so they can write books and they can profit off the backs of us killing one another, profit off the facts that we're dropping bombs, profit off the facts of bullets, profit off the facts of but they're just profiting off planes, tanks, etc. Like, honestly, when we could be using them, the metals and that to build towers, energy and free energy generators. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, where, you know what I mean, we can be getting electric for free, power for free. That don't mean that the humanity is gonna be suffering, no, because obviously, listen, if you can get everything for free, but with lights, trust me, everybody nice. You know, no one's there, real. But anyway, like I said, not everybody will get it at the same time. Hopefully, everybody on the planet does get this information, but the only race is within your mind and getting up to date with the fact that everybody is one, everybody's part of the creator. It's not about no Black Lives Matter, no Flat Lives Matter, no Globe Lives Matter, no Black Lives Matter. It's not about nothing like that. It's about us all seeing that respect everybody's opinion and stage they are in their life. I'm not I'm not telling you what to do. I can only guide you. A guide is a God, so we're all guides. We're all gods. So I respect everyone's opinion. I'm not telling you that this is how it is. Well, I'm telling you how this is how it is. This is just fact. Like honestly, this is how it is. You know what's there? This ain't no you. This is everyone's opinion. Everybody should know this is what's happening. Like this is spiritual facts, physical facts. This is why I don't want to teach us this at school. You know what I mean? This is what I'm telling you. Like I'm stressing you because one of the youths that I've known for a while is probably just going in there now. I ain't seen him. Can't get through to him. But I've been told him before, don't go in. But his words not good enough. This is why I made this video, and this is why I put in this video out there. And I'm going to make more videos on the subject, a bit more entertaining. I'll have a few more films and that, showing you people that have actually gone through these experiences. But thank you for taking the time out. Thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you to the universe, and thank you for helping me to get to where I am. And thank you to all the subscribers that have been watching me from my first video until now. And you've seen the quality and the improvement, and every day that we're progressing. And we're loving this life, we're loving ourselves. And I love you, family. Honestly, I love each and every one of you that are subscribed to my channel from day one. All of you. Yeah, family, peace and love. And remember what I said, you will be getting, for my first 100 subscribers, a free crystal within your, well, however you desire, whether you want it, I'll send it to you. Yeah, I must say about this crystal changed my life. I'm not gonna lie. I've known about crystals for about, you know, I've seen the power of crystals. I've seen the power of well, not medication. What do you call it? I've seen the power of it's called Hydron Conquer. So I don't know what you would, some sort of magic. I call it magic potion. But my nan used to use it as a child, and I've seen her do many wonders with it. So obviously, like, I knew the power of like certain, you know what I mean, magic tools you could use. And then I came across crystals like quite a few years ago, good 5-6 years ago. But I never actually yeah, I get it, but I didn't really get it like I do now. Like honestly, like until you realize that you are a part of the earth, like the earth is a part of you. You are part of the universe. Like your physical body contains all elements. You know what I mean? And your spiritual body is all elements, because all elements, all things have a spiritual connectiveness to it. Listen, honestly, I understand why most people won't use these crystals. But since I've been using these crystals, one crystal, which is the power of healing, whoa, I've got a big change. I felt a big change, honestly. I'll go into detail another video about the fact that I used to suffer with a back, a very back problem. You know the ones there. Won't really like to talk about it, but obviously that helps me to get where I am in life today, and help make these videos, and it's also brought me onto the path of helping the children and not being too much about my desires, because all my desire is for me to be healthy, and then that's it. Wealth comes up with health. I'm already wealthy anyway. This laptop alone makes me wealthy. You know, the ones the digits, the the what do you call the equipment, all the stuff, the people around me, they make me wealthy. That's why I say it's not family, it's not money that makes you wealthy. It's the people you know that love you, and the people that you can always turn to, because you've never done anything wrong to them, or you've never upset them, or even if you have upset them, you've never ever, you know what I mean, denied them of their love for you and your love for them. So without further ado, family, this is the most powerful subject. It's national security. This will change our world, because not only will it change the prison system, it'll change the whole system altogether. No children will have to go to war. No children will have to go to war. No children will have to be in prison, because we're showing them a path of enlightenment, a path of where you can create and become anything you want in life. And obviously, through your support, helping to support our organization, but everything will come. And the only reason why I haven't really bleated out the organization on most of my videos is because, honestly, it's already in the process. So, like, I'm kind of happy. So when it's there, honestly, like, we're in a place where if you don't want to help, you don't have to. But you know what I mean. The more everybody helps, the quicker we get there. But we're gonna get there anyway. Do you know what I mean? Through the power of my music, the power of your music, the power of her music, the power of music. And honestly, I'm not denying anybody's power. If you're a footballer, a basketballer, a boxer, or whatever. But honestly, like the most creative power in the world is music. The most powerful man ever to ever grace this planet is going to be Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, and probably Tupac and Biggie. And if you know any country singers or anybody that does listen to country, then, but obviously, like, Michael Jackson was like probably the most worldwide known artist, next to Bob Marley and then Tupac and Biggie. So they're gonna be the most powerfulest entities before, right now, and after. It's gonna be more powerful than the President Obama, Billie Jean, what's his, what is his name? Bill Cosby, any actor, you know what I mean? Like, eventually you're gonna get a new actor, you know what I mean? But singing lasts forever. So this is why we do push our children towards a path of singing, music, dancing. Because obviously, with music, singing, dancing, you have to know how to dance to sing. You have to know how to sing to dance. It's about vibing to the beat. You have to know how to, if you know how to build a beat, then you know how to ride a beat. If you know how to ride a beat, then you know how to build a beat. Simple as that. So yeah, family, we teach them the most creative power in the world, which is music. And with music, we're able to sell our own music to yourselves, the public, and receive income off that music. And we're able to live a life off that music and also put back into our program, so we can do the same for another child and another child and another child and so on. So that's what we're working on at the moment. Just getting our music out there, so you can, obviously, we can package it in a way where you're able to receive it and resonate to it, where you just know it's going to be the most powerfulest gift on the planet. Honestly, like, it is. Honestly, I'm listening to it today. Wow. Listen, so much information in there. Like, honestly, all I've done is condense, like, the positive stuff and the stuff that, and then the negative stuff that people are doing to us, into a positive way, and put it on a beat to where it's just, you're blown away. It's just so much information that you're just constantly blown away. And that's why, like, honestly, like, as I said, that one was a bit too much for the youths then, man, because it's like, youths were in there listening to, like, raw, you know, the ones there, like, and then the teenagers, like, they were like, yo, I want that. And then, like, the adults were just like, yo, that's got some content in there. And I was just like, yo, but I'm rusty. Lord fire. Yeah. So, family, yeah, we got it coming. And the youths that I'm working with, yeah, honestly, so, but you must know, but you must have, the youths are talented. But they're going to start, listen, I'm telling you, it's very powerful. This video is very powerful because you speak your life into existence. So when they're emceeing about, yo, Yeah, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna send this. Oh, I'm gonna send this and turn it into a wall, and then I make it. But the police listening to it. Number one, your family's listening to it. Your friends are listening to it. So like, honestly, like, as soon as you call your name, bro, like, you know what I mean? What's your name? SC Stone? SC Stone 5? That's what he said on there. So, like, yeah. Yeah. I know about you. I type that and I go, oh, sell board. Straight away, just put a little camera on him. Okay, yep. Two, you're locked up. Now, the only way to get locked up now, to get unlocked, is to rat on your old crew. And you can also rat on your old crew and you can get a music deal out of it too. You know, and I'm like, what? Yeah, rat on your crew and get a music deal too. So that means your crew's in jail. You're doing well in music. You know what I mean? You made it. What do you mean? 25 bag contract, 50 bag contract, 10 bag contract, 5 bag contract. Depends on how good you are at the moment. Depends how much followers. Let me see. Let me type in your name. How many followers you got? Okay, it's Stone 5, yeah. Seems like you're not. Thought you was doing a bit. Yeah. Well, this is what I can do for you. I can offer you. Well, we can give you a contract. Wait, because of the views, the numbers, the analytical numbers ain't really matching up right now. We'll take that 50 bags down to a 5, probably a 5. Ooh, no computer saying no. All right, then we'll talk about that one another time. But yeah, you can sign up to the contract. We'll get you promoted. We'll get you marketed. We'll get you out there. We'll get you on the biggest labels. Yeah, big bag of butt. Yep, done. Nothing more said. So, family, this is what's going on right now. But you know what to do. Just press subscribe, share. I don't even need to tell you to share this. This is just something that you automatically should be sharing. You know what I mean? This is like, honestly, if you share comedy, something funny, something just funny out of the, but this is more important than that. Honestly, I know it's hard to grasp sometimes, but this is more important, the most important video that you should ever share in your life. Honestly, it's doing something for you, your child, and someone else's child. So, family, thank you for listening. And stay tuned for more videos like this. Well, even better. Mine was kind of boring still, not gonna lie. But peace, love, out.